Hello guys, I wanted to show you this little stopover as we head down the east coast of Italy, because this is a perfect example of a really good free air. Now what the local council have done, there's a free car park just in front here for cars and so forth, and then just behind that they've made a level gravel area. You can see the van just behind me there. There's 7 clearly marked bays and there's a gate barrier to get in here. Now, it doesn't cost anything. What you have to do, there's instructions on the post here. There's a QR code. You scan the QR code. It takes you straight to the local council website where all you have to do is put your name and your telephone number and the registration of the vehicle. Press send and they text you back straight away the code for the gate. And then you just simply put that 4-digit code in, barrier lifts up, and it gets you into the car park. As I say, completely free, don't have to pay for anything. And then I'll just spin the camera around and I'll show you what facilities there are here as well. So there you go, they're the clearly marked bays. There's 7 in total. There's a new service point here. You can drive over, empty your grey water, and there's fresh water at that little stand there. And then also in the back of the bays here, you've got 4 electric points on that post, and in the back of this other bay over here you've also got another one with 4 points there, and the electric is also free as well as the water services. So yeah, this is absolutely perfect. You know, don't know why a few more councils can't do this to, you know, entice people into the local community. We obviously had to wander up into the town, spent some time having a look around. So yeah, this is brilliant. But today we're continuing our journey down towards Bari, where we're going to catch our ferry across to Croatia, which hopefully is going to get us out of the Schengen area. We're going down the east coast, down the Adriatic Sea coast. We're on the main motorway, I think it's the E55, which basically hugs the coast all the way down. But we're not going to do the whole trip in one go because it's quite a journey. We're going to break it up along the way, and today we're heading to another farm stop. We do like these farm stops. They generally seem to be the best ones we've had with the best services. So this one was an olive grove, producers of olive oil, but they've also diversified into another product as well, and hopefully we'll show you a little bit more about that when we get there. This is one where we've had to phone ahead and book, so I've rung the lady. Fortunately, she spoke very good English, so we booked the camper van in, said approximately what time we'll be there, so they know to expect us. But in the meantime, we're sort of enjoying the views of the Adriatic coast as we drive further south through Italy. So here we are guys, we're at Olive Farm up in the hills in southern Italy. I'll put all the details in the description below of this location. It was found on Park for Night. It's one of the farm stops with the little tractor symbol. Each of the bays is being levelled out. It's got excellent facilities here, really nice hard standing. You've got a separate bay each, there's 8 of them here, provided with electricity, and just behind the main farmhouse, which is up there in the yard at the back, there's a service point where you can service the van as well, so empty all your tanks and fill up with fresh water. There's also toilets and a shower in a separate building at the back, and I'll just take you through to the back and explain a little bit more about what's here as well. The farm stands on top of the hill here, got amazing views of the valley on both sides. You can see down below me there are the olive groves, and we've been offered to go down and have a look at the olive harvesting tomorrow, which will be really interesting. The farm obviously predominantly is an olive farm. It grows olives for olive oil production, but as well as that, on the site here they have their own little microbrewery as well. So guys, Melania has very kindly allowed us to just come into the brewery here at the farm just to have a look and see where they produce their beers. They manufacture 6 different types of beer here. Currently there's 2 of the beers that they have on tap here at the farm, and the other 4 beers are normally produced into bottles. And then behind me here you can see the brewery set up here at the farm. And I've tasted a couple of the beers, a blonde beer and an amber beer, and I can say that they are absolutely excellent, like first class. I recommend you come and try them yourself. So check this out for my office setup today. I'm in this beautiful pagoda on the front of the farm. I've got my laptop, going to download all the footage and start some editing. Hooked up to the power oak that Rob lent us, thanks for that mate, appreciate that. That enables me to be outside of the van and then overlooking all these beautiful hills and the valley down below. This is great, isn't it? This can't really call this work, can you? It's brilliant.
That evening our hosts Melania and Mauro kindly opened their farm pub to cook us a delicious evening meal using the local produce.
So guys, we are so lucky to have found this place here in southern Italy. It's just absolutely fantastic. Our hosts have been so amazingly generous. They've opened up the pub, which is normally only open on a Friday and a Saturday night, but here we are on a Monday. Everything's open for us. They've lit an absolutely fantastic open fire here to keep us warm. And on the menu, to start with, antipasti, we've got pumpkin and aubergine, a kind of like bruschetta, and we've got cured hams, cheese, and a selection of bread, and olives, which are obviously from the local olive farm here. So yeah, happy days. This can't be any better than this. So cheers guys, let's tuck in and enjoy.
This is amazing. Cheers guys. Cheers. I know it's bread, but cheers.
Mano is taking the coals from our fire that's keeping us warm, and he's going to use those to cook our dinner. Yeah. Very good. When you get such personal treatment like this with such fantastic hospitality and food, why would you go to another campsite? These farm stops and homestays are just absolutely incredible. You get to meet the best people and you get to experience proper culture, proper home cooking and regional produce at its best. This is just, you know, I can't describe it, it's fantastic. What do you reckon, mate?
Oh, it is just amazing. I mean,
it's good, isn't it?
It is.
You can't beat it, can you?
You can't, you really can't. Good food, really good wine, and I know you've got good beer, so
yeah.
What's not to like? And cheaper than a campsite. Why would you stay there?
Absolutely, yeah. Honestly, you've got to check these farm stays and homestays out. They are just absolutely incredible. So here we have our next course, a local delicacy. This is lamb cooked on the coals of our fire on these little skewers, and some olive oil on this nice rustic bread. And for our next course, a local cooked sausage and some more rustic bread. This looks interesting. Wow, we're really being treated to some delicacies here.
So, what do you think, babe?
This is amazing really, because we've really been treated to some incredible local food, and these guys, considering there's only the two of us in here, have really gone to the extra length to make us feel welcome here. So, you know, it don't get any better than that really, to be honest, and I can't thank them enough for it. And this is delicious. I'd happily stay here all week.
Yeah.
So what better way to end our evening meal than with a little bit of grappa?
Grappa?
Cheers, babe.
Cheers. I forgot how strong that was.
That is pretty powerful.
Good though.
Cheers, guys. And the branches that are on the fire, which have been used to cook our dinner tonight, are the branches from the olive trees of this particular farm. How cool is that? Morning, guys. What an absolutely fantastic meal we had last night here at the farm. Some beautiful local cuisine cooked by our hosts. It was absolutely fantastic. Yeah, lovely night. And today we've kindly been allowed to go down into the orchard where they growing all the olives here while they're doing the harvest, and to watch the guys and see how they harvest all the olives here. So we're just waiting for our host to join us, and then we're going to nip down and have a look at that. They've got a tractor with caterpillar treads, it's nothing to get up here. So what Maro's doing here, he's got a battery operated tool which has got like fingers, and they're oscillating just enough to shake the tree so that the olives fall, but not violent enough to break or damage the tree. Maybe a few leaves fall on the ground, but nothing more than that. And they've got to do this individually to every tree in this whole orchard. It's a lot of work. Yeah. But obviously back in the day this would have been done by hand. Every olive would have been picked, or the tree would have been shaken by hand. So yeah, this does make the process a little bit quicker, and then the olives fall onto these nets where they're collected. So the going down was the easy bit, and now we've got to walk back up, take a few stops for a breather. These guys got to work on these slopes all day long.
Yep.
That's tough work. And how many trees they got? Hundreds.
Yes.
And I think Maro was saying that they managed to do, time they've netted up the floor, they managed to do about 6 trees a day and collect it all into the big pallets. So yeah, that's a lot of work. Right, come on then, let's go. It's a lovely afternoon, so we've decided to take a walk. It's only probably about a couple of kilometres to the main town or little village or town over there on the hill. And yeah, everywhere you see people working in the olive groves, picking all the olives. Vineyards behind me here. Yeah, it's beautiful. For the little bit of southern Italy that we've seen, I would highly recommend you get out into the countryside, come and see some of these farm stops. I mean, this olive grove here and the valley behind me is just really beautiful, and this is what we kind of thought southern Italy would be like. So yeah, it's definitely worth venturing out of the towns and the cities and seeing some of this stunning scenery. Morning guys. So what a fantastic couple of days that's been on that little farm stop. Both hosts were absolutely brilliant. You know, we couldn't have asked for a better stay. It's been one of the highlights of this trip. I think with the farm stops, as distinct from just the wild camping and going from air to air, it just gives you an opportunity to meet some of the local people and to taste some of the local food and the local produce. And that's really, for us, that's what it's all about. Travelling to different countries is to experience these things. And I'm definitely going to give those guys a good review, because that camper stop for me was perfect in every way. The services were first class, it was spotlessly clean. Even where the van was parked, it was perfectly level, you had electric. You know, it just didn't get any better. And the food in the evening, Mauro, he lit a fire for us in the restaurant there, in their little pub, and he used olive branches from the orchard to light the fire, and then took the ashes out of the fire and cooked our evening meal. So yeah, the whole experience was just fantastic, and I can't recommend it enough. So I'll leave some links in the description below if you guys would like to stay there yourselves. Obviously you can click on that link and yeah, definitely check it out. It was brilliant. We loved it. So today we're continuing to go further south. We're on the main autostrada, or the main highway, just to get a few miles under our belt. The tolls are not that expensive in Italy, they're really reasonable, so it's save a bit of wear and tear and diesel on the van. It just gets us there a little bit quicker. And we're hoping we're going to go down and get a beach park up on the Adriatic coast. We've been looking all the way down this coast for a beach park up, a suitable beach park up, but haven't really found anything that, you know, that the reviews were good and so forth. But we think we found a little car park that's not far from Bari. It's on that little spur that sort of sticks out at the bottom of Italy. I'll put a map up so you can see where we're going, and then hopefully, yeah, we can enjoy the seaside on this part of Italy before we catch the ferry to nip across to Croatia. So here we are. This is not our intended stop. The one that we were heading for, which is about 5 minutes further down the coast, was closed, and the roads were really narrow. I'll put some footage up from the dash cam of us trying to get back out. Yeah, it was pretty tight. I mean, you'd never get down there with a motorhome, so I might have to put that on the review. It was really difficult. But here we are. This little camper stop is still open. A lot of these along this coast now, because it's out of season. It's nearly the end of October, beginning of November, and a lot of these now shut in September, so there's very few of these stops along this coast still open. But we've managed to find this one. There's another van parked next to us there, and a German van parked there, and then I'll just take you down to the front here and show you the view. Morning guys, what an absolutely stunning, beautiful morning. Blue skies, sun's out, and this is our last day in Italy. Later on today we're going to catch the ferry from Bari in southern Italy across the Adriatic Sea to Dubrovnik in Croatia. Now, part of the preparation for this trip, we used the Reopen EU app. And if you go on there, there's a link for travel plans. You put in the country that you're leaving and the country that you're going to, and then it's updated regularly with what the current situation is and what the current requirements are. Now there's a document that you need to fill in to enter Croatia. It just makes the whole process quicker if you do it before you travel. There's a link on the app which takes you to the website, and then there's a form to fill in online with all your travel details. So it's your own personal details, vehicle details, etc. And you also need to upload any proof of vaccinations, etc. So make sure that you get that done first. You'll get an email confirmation back with a document reference number for that form submission, and you'll also get a PDF document that you can either print off locally, or I'm just going to keep a copy on my phone saved in the files, so that when we get to the border, well, obviously we can show the officials that we've entered all the details. And then hopefully with just passports and documents, everything should be plain sailing. This is part of our getting out of Brexit and the 90-day Schengen rule plan. So although Croatia is part of the EU, it's not in the Schengen area, so it's not counted towards our 90 days stay in that area. So providing that our passports are scanned and stamped when we leave Italy, that should be proof enough that we're out of the Schengen area, and our 90-day period should cease. The time that we're in Croatia shouldn't count towards that, and then that still gives us at least a month or so to come back through Europe back to the UK later on. So guys, that was pretty easy. All we had to do is obviously give them our booking reference number, our passports, just wanted to check those. Also the entry for Croatia, the document that you need to fill out online. You need to have proof that you've done that, and then they also took a scan of our vaccinations, our NHS QR codes for our COVID vaccinations. So yeah, all the paperwork was in order, and yeah, quite simple. Got our boarding passes now, so stick those in the window and then off to gate 4, I believe she said.
Yep.
And then we'll get on board about 6:30.
Cool.
Let's
go.
This way? It's not very busy. Oh, blimey. Go. Look around.
Okay guys, so the upgrade to the cabin, this is a cabin with a sea view as well. We've got a little window to the outside, so a couple of nice comfy beds they look like, don't they? Fantastic. And ensuite, shower, toilet, wash hand basin. Oh, it's a bit more comfortable than maybe just sleeping in the lounge, isn't it, do you think?
It is, although they do look like child's beds.
Yeah, don't get rolling over in the night.
No.
Right guys, time to bid you good night. Don't know how much sleep I'm going to get though, because every time the boat moves it makes that creaking noise. So we'll see. Anyway, see you in the morning. Tomorrow, Croatia. Night, babe.
Night.
Where are you?
I'm all the way over here.
Oh yeah. Right, night.
Night.
Night guys, see you in the morning. Morning. Alright babe? How did you sleep?
Not very well, to be fair.
Yeah, no, me neither. if
noisy.
you're a light sleeper, there's no hope of getting much sleep, to be honest. You've got that real low rumbling of the engine in the background, and for some reason this cabin just creaks like mad, doesn't it?
Yeah.
every 10 minutes it creaked, and then that was waking me up. So I managed to get some sleep, but not the best. So
I don't think the bed's helped. Mine's very lumpy and it feels the size of a small child.
yeah, maybe not the best mattress either, but anyway, we managed to get a little bit of sleep. So perhaps this afternoon when we get settled, maybe an afternoon nap's in order. So it's still early, it's still a little bit dark outside, and we're due to get off about 8 o'clock, so going to get ourselves ready, and then hopefully it won't be long before we're there. So here we are. It's our first park up in Croatia. We're on what used to be, I guess, an old military base right on this peninsula, but it's all just derelict buildings now. There's loads of little turn-offs on this little spit of land that you can sort of tuck the van away in. A couple of other guys already here. We're sitting on what was the old helipad here, but a terrific view from up here. You can see all around you, and as far as I can see on the horizon there, just Adriatic Sea. Absolutely stunning. What a fantastic place. Look at those mountains in the distance there, look. And then over here is just horizon and sea. Yeah, this is going to be fantastic.
We have never visited Croatia before, so we didn't know what to expect. But in our next video, we'll show you how beautiful it is. So please make sure to subscribe to our channel, it's free. And if you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and leave us a comment below. See you in the next video.
Right, let's get the kettle on.